Losalini Tavaga, and I work as a general manager of the Pacific Eye Institute. The major role of the general manager is to coordinate activities between the clinical staff and the admin support. For me, it was a very rewarding experience, that all the efforts that were put in to get this building constructed and up and running. But definitely the credit also goes to the Australian and the New Zealand government who provided the funds. Well, I guess for me, I'm living the dream that somebody had. The desire that he had, he wanted to, that nobody is, what's the word that he used? Needlessly blind. And he focused on people who are probably, for Pacific peoples and people he reached in the outbacks of Australia. He wanted to, he had the dream of restoring sight to the needy, the poor, the disadvantaged, to the developing world, and for people like us in the Pacific who benefit. I do move around. I don't go down to the clinic, and I go down to the diabetes clinic and the main clinic downstairs. I've gone in a couple of times when they're doing operations. And this year, for the first time, I guess it's also my bucket list that I've started going out on outreach. I went to the Savai one, and also I'll be going to Tonga at the end of the year, the last outreach this year, and to see what is actually happening on the ground, not only for eye care, to see how our team is doing out there for security and for their safety. It was not easy with a male-dominated society, and I've always felt that women had to work twice as hard or 3 times as hard as men to be given some recognition. And with that, we need to be vocal too, so that our voice can be heard. Well, people have got to be here to realize, we talk about that our eyes are the windows to our souls. But when you lose your eyes, you're no longer that productive. We need a productive society. We are growing, we like to see ourselves as developing and growing economies. And we need people that are productive. You need people with good eyesight to be able to work in small countries in the Pacific. And because you will see from the stories that we've had from outreaches and from our own local stories, when someone in the family has lost the vision, there's somebody else, it may be a child even, who doesn't have to go to school to be able to assist that other person. So you are depriving the child from completing an education, or you take away another adult to be providing support to somebody who's lost the vision. Personally, all people who work here are doing that, promoting PEI. I go out there, and a lot of people are now just coming here to have their eyes checked and buy spectacles from us. It's because we're providing a sort of a one-stop shop for people. But they still got a lot of work. There's still a lot of work. You're taking the services to the people. If you have a mobile clinic, instead of them traveling long distances to come to the clinic, you're taking that service to them. And you're reducing costs at the same time. And people will be more amenable, I guess, to coming in and having their eyes checked or having an operation when it's brought closer to their home. Because many times people cancel their operation out of fear, because they have to be moving away from their comfort zones and traveling to Suva to have an operation done. It's not easy. Sometimes they need the comfort of their relatives and friends to be there before they get to an operation.